expensive environment for a lot of things. You might think you know it all until when you meet somebody else, then you know you don't know anything. You know you don't know anything. So I'll be sharing my screen. Just let me know once my screen is up. I have two screens. I'll be sharing one. Is my screen up?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So let me start with brief introduction of what Microsoft 365 is. I mean, so Microsoft 365 is just a cloud powered productivity platform. Is majorly online. Most of these things are online and bring together the best in class productivity apps like Office 365, advanced device management, security, and innovation. If you remember when we were talking, when we started introduction to cloud, when we are talking about our public, private, hybrid, talking about different type of cloud and everything, we are talking about talking about different PaaS, SaaS, and everything. Remember, if you remember very well, we talk about Microsoft 365 then. So it's just a cloud powered platform. Let me just put it that like that for everybody so we can just get good understanding of what Microsoft 365 is. And if you see my screen, this is the Microsoft 365 Admin Center. And Microsoft 365 majorly is for home or family, business, and enterprise use. So Microsoft 365 is used for productivity, collaboration, communication, and once these three things is involved, automatically security and device are what they are involved automatically, irrespective. Microsoft 365 is now divided into three. It's divided into three for anybody um, that want to go into Microsoft 365 proper. As I said earlier, we have the home, we have the business, and we have enterprise. Home, they call it home or family. Then we have the business, then we have the enterprise. So on it all depends on you as what as individual, as organization, what you needed will now determine what you will actually go for at that particular time. So I'm just bringing this brief introduction so we could understand how Microsoft 365 works before we start doing anything at all at all. um so as I said, the enterprise, the business, and the home. Have it in your mind. You will need it again and again when we are talking about Microsoft. So that will now take us to the difference between Office 365 and Microsoft 365. Do you have anybody that wants to try Office 365 and Microsoft 365? The differences. Can everybody hear me?
Okay. I
Okay,
think the different is the added package.
like
Copilot was added to 365, and
both of them are 365. One is just Office 365, one is Microsoft 365.
but it's package they added package to MS 365. Copilot, um, oh, let me come back.
We can't hear you clearly, Lovina. We can't hear you clearly, Lovina. Okay, thank you very much. So you actually got it right when you said there are some additional package that were added to um, Microsoft 365 that we don't have in Office 365, but it's not Copilot. So before now, the Microsoft 365 that we know used to be Office 365. And when they started Office 365, majorly is one of those software for those that have been in IT for a while, especially in Nigeria. Those software we buy in Computer Village. Back then, you buy them 100 naira, 150. You just come install Office 365, and you think that is all to Microsoft. Uh, then along the line, as we are growing, then we get to know there is a lot to know about Microsoft. So then they started Office 365. It only entails Office packages. That is Excel, PowerPoint, Word, Outlook. I'm not sure even Outlook was added in the beginning. So it was when they get to 2020 that they started rebranding it from Office 365 to Microsoft 365. And if you see, Office 365 entails all Office application and other services like Exchange, SharePoint, Teams, and OneDrive. That is for Office 365. Then Microsoft 365 now entails everything we have in Office 365, including Windows 10 and 11, enterprise mobility and security. So the difference between Office 365 and Microsoft 365 is the additional package, which is Windows 10 and 11, Windows 365, then enterprise mobility and security, which is the only difference between Office 365 and Microsoft 365. Please, do we get it? Then before I proceed, I want to quickly speak all this English so that we can leave. Do we get
Yes.
it? Okay, thank you.
Please, sorry,
So
please repeat that, please. Sorry.
okay, so I said the difference between Office 365 and Microsoft 365 is this. Office 365 entails all Office applications. That is Word, Excel, PowerPoint. It comes with Outlook. Then with additional services such as Microsoft Exchange, SPO, like SharePoint, Teams, and OneDrive. However, Microsoft 365 in the other ends, the additional package as mentioned by Lovina is not Copilot. Both of them as Copilot can integrate your Copilot with both of them. They work fine with Copilot. But the additional package that comes with Microsoft 365 that differentiates it from Office 365 is the Windows 10 and 11. Let's say Windows 11. We no longer have Windows 10, Windows 11, Microsoft 365 Windows, then enterprise mobility and security. Enterprise mobility and security. So, which is the major difference between Office 365 and Microsoft 365. Do you get it now?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, boss. So, let me now come back to what we have on our screen. Because we are not users, we are discussing as admin. That's why I'm not bringing up any users interface. I'm bringing up directly the admin interface, which is what we have in our end. So, majorly, what is the Microsoft 365 Admin Center used for? So, I used to tell people that Microsoft 365 Admin Center is like our front desk when you go to cash points, when you go to shopping malls. If you go to shopping malls at the cash points, you will see some goods that will be displayed around there, maybe candies, biscuits, what else? Goodies. They might add some soft drink, maybe wares, little things that will just be displayed around where you have to make payments. So, but if you look at it, that is not all about that supermarket. By the time you go in, you see that there is a section for toiletries. There is a section for fruits. There's a section for maybe seafood. You start meeting different section inside the supermarket. But however, from that front, you can easily pick whatever you want from the front, and it's still the same price with whoever goes in. Let me assume at ShopRite or Grand Square. If you go to Grand Square, at the front desk where you make payments, there is chair there for pastries. You can buy your bread and pay the cashier and just do what work out. And I can decide to walk into the pastries section inside the supermarket and go to pick my bread and do what and come outside, pay and what and leave. That does not make it that what whoever that bought their bread in the front or who decided to go inside will not pay the same price. Will pay the same price, will get the same thing. But the only difference is if I move into pastries, I will see a lot of options and I will have a lot of details or information on what on the pastry section. I can get there, then I can see salt bread, wheat bread, sweet bread, any form of bread, banana bread. Then I can now decide to pick one. I can decide to pick one. So the Microsoft 365 Admin Center is just like a variety of um a little touches of every other part of the admin center where you manage users, licenses, adding and deleting or restoring user. You manage group also, create group, edit, manage billings, create service requests, manage global settings of app, view report and service health. That is just a summary of what admin center look like. So and we have other admin center directly from the admin centers. So if you look at the admin center, if you just click on show all at the bottom, can you see my screen? You can see that we have other admin center. We have the purview, that is the compliance. We have the defender, that is security. We have Entra ID. We have Exchange. We have SharePoint, Endpoint Manager. We have a lot. Let me see. Let me open it so we can just see everything. Can you see? So we have a lot of admin center. We have the Entra, Power BI, Power Platform, Security, Viva Engage. Depending on the kind of license you have in your environment, and license based. Everything you are seeing on my screen, they are rule and license based. So the number one thing we'll be talking today, as I have talked about the admin center. Um, so we'll be going to user management. Remember, I said you can manage user from the admin center. And when we talk about user, we are talking about identity. That is a cloud-based identity. So I don't know if we still remember when we were talking about introduction to cloud. I think Victor discussed little about this identity that we are talking about. So we have the cloud-based identity, but I'll put it in a more simpler form that will get it very well. So whenever they are talking about users, what should come to your mind is what? Identity. Identity and access. Identity and access. That is what determine the kind of license and role that is assigned to that individual identity. And once you hear user, so what should come to your mind is identity and license. So let me put it, organization can enable their employees, guests, others to sign in to their access and resources. Organization can allow both contractors, customers, depending on the kind of work, depending on the kind of products and services they render, to do what? To have access to resources within their own infrastructure within Microsoft 365. So also we have the cloud only user, we have the on-prem user identity, and we have the what is it called now? We have the hybrid. If you remember, we discussed all this earlier, so I don't want to start going back to some of these things that we have discussed earlier again. So identities are majorly in three types. Identity, they are in three types. So one is human identity. One is human identity. The second one is workload identities. And the last one is device identity, sorry. So the first one is identity, three types of identity: human, that is user identities; workload identities. So for the workload identities, it is assigned to application or services, then device identity. So let's start with the human identity. So the human identity, we have internal users and we have external users. We have internal users. Internal users are your own employee. Let's say Ini and Sons Enterprise. Ini and Sons Enterprise, they are importer and exporter of cargo ship. They sell cargo ship and cargo plane. So in their organization, they want to create users, they employ people. So those people they employed internally in the organization, they are own employees. So they create them internally as what? As users. However, Ini and Son Enterprise, they work with Ethiopia Air. They sell aircraft to them. So they want some of their contractors, which is Ethiopia Air, to have access to some files like um, price of aircraft parts, new how much they sells, new one, all those maintenance and everything. They have the folder and they keep all those files inside that folder. They want to share it with their contractors. So they decide to just bring them in as guest user because they want them in Teams also, just in case they needed anything, they can speak to them directly, and they also want them to access those files. So they can create those people, or Microsoft 365 creates those people automatically as guests. So external users include guests, partners, customer, etc. Depending on the business you are doing. It all depends on the kind of business you are doing. So let me do a quick recap again. Identities, types of identity, we have three. We have the human identity, workload identity, and device identity. So what we just talked about now is the human identity. So we have the internal user and the external user. The internal user is the employee of that organization that own the tenant, and the external users, they are guests, partner, customers, whichever name you want to call it. So any question before we go to the second type of identity? Any question?
No, no question.
Okay, so the second type of identity we have is the workload identity. As I said earlier, they are assigned to an application or services. Hopefully, we'll be able to get to Azure. I believe whoever that is going to take you will deal with this very well. So there is service principal name, an identity for an application or service. Since we are not going deep down into applications and services, I'll just talk briefly about it. So the app developers, man, they at times they develop their app, then they bring it to Microsoft to deploy it. They deploy it from Microsoft. So that application has what? Identity. I don't know if you have heard of people telling you that we have internal application that is deployed to our teams, that is deployed to our SharePoint. If you go outside the organization, you are not going to see that application. It's only meant alone for that organization. So workload identities, it include containers, virtual machine, applications, and services. So that is that for workload. And the last part of it is devices. Devices. We know what devices are now. IoT, Internet of Things devices, mobile devices, desktop, our laptop, which other one again? All everything together is what they have their own identity. Also, remember when we were discussing domain join kind of laptop. So in device identity from Microsoft Entra, you can register a device. There is what they said, they call it bring your own device, BYOD, bring your own device. They have device joined, that is our domain joined device, and we have the hybrid joined. So we have the Microsoft Entra ID registered, that is bring your own device. We have Microsoft ID joined, then we have hybrid joined. So hybrid joined are devices joined to your on-prem Active Directory and Microsoft Entra ID, requiring organization account to sign in. Your identity is on your local AD. If you remember when we deploy our local AD from our cloud, what is it called now? Entra ID Connect. If we run Entra ID Connect, we can sync those users to your Microsoft 365 tenants in the cloud, just the same way you have them. So those users can use that same identity to sign into their laptop, and they'll still use that same identity to access their Microsoft 365 applications. So those are the three types of identities that we have. So we will now go fully now to all what we needed from all this discussion, all this explanation I've given is the number one part of it, which is the human identity, which is the woman identity that we have on our screen at the moment. So I believe everybody know how to get to admin.microsoft.com. Let me do that again. Admin.microsoft.com. As admin, you should have this at your head 247, even when they wake you up from your dream. Admin.microsoft.com. So it will bring us here. However, there is a broad place where you can see all admin center aside from the Microsoft 365 admin center. So you can do cmd.ms, cmd.ms. Mind my network. So cmd.ms have a broad um, link URL to all Microsoft 365 admin centers. Let me just say all Microsoft workload admin centers. You can see we have Azure, we have Entra, we have Vendor, we have Intune, Microsoft 365. You can see everything. If we don't want to use the long process, you just want the short one, they have the command, then they have the URL, depending on whichever one you want. For admin center, you can see admin.cmd.ms. It will still bring you to this same place. Can you see? So either I use the admin.microsoft.com or admin.cmd.ms. You can see it still takes me to the Microsoft 365 admin center. So cmd.ms, keep it handy. You will need it. Keep it handy. You will need it. At times, as admin, maybe because of stress, your head might go blank. You know it. It's not that you don't know it, but at that particular time, you are not just your head is not just booting. You can easily do what do cmd.ms, and from there you can link any admin center you are trying to link. So any question again before I proceed? Any question? Any
No.
question before I proceed? Is it only
No.
Novilan we have here? Where is others?
There is no question. No question,
No
coach.
question. No question.
No question, boss.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So the first thing we will start here is Microsoft 365 Admin Center, and we've talked about what Microsoft 365 Admin Center is about, and we will start with the first identity we discussed about, which is the human identity, that is user identity. So once you go to your admin center, in case your users did not show up here, at times if you did not click on show all at the bottom, you won't see this guy. This guy will not show up at the top. So you can click on users, then active users. From there you can create users, which we are going to create one now. We are going to create one now. So before I proceed, if you have Microsoft 365 tenants that you can use to reproduce things, please unmute and speak. I have Microsoft 365 tenants I can use to reproduce.
I do. I
Lovina,
I
any?
do.
Who is
I
that
do.
person?
Idris, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eh, eh,
Yes, I do.
Mr. Benga, Idris, Lovina, Ini, who
I
else?
have it.
Yeah,
You don't
I
have.
do.
Okay. So those that don't
Do.
have should meet those that have. Those that don't have test tenants should meet those that have. So I think Mr. Benga, Mr. Idris, Lovina, is there Mr. Simeon, Ini. I know a lot of people has. Just put it in the group. Whoever that love you enough, create an account for you that I can use to reproduce all these things. Don't say it is simple, I can do it. Don't worry until when you get to some interview and they tell us 3 ways on how to create users in Microsoft 365. Then you start looking. Mr. Idris can ask your question.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. So for those that does not have the tenant, I would suggest maybe if they can open a try account, it at least it lasts for at least 90 days. So I think that's my that's
It won't be like developer tenants, that free tenants that I used to have. And if you are doing a trial tenants, they will add you to add your card details. And most time they don't accept most of the Nigerian card.
okay, sir.
Oluwatosin Adeboye, you can speak, please.
Yeah, good evening.
Moving boss.
So when I first signed into the admin of my account, saying your account doesn't have the consent of your manager.
I can't hear you clearly.
So when I tried to sign into the admin.microsoft.com page, it's saying my account does not have the permission to view or manage this page, Microsoft 365 Admin Center.
The English is just straightforward. You don't have any admin role assigned to you, to
Yeah,
your account.
yeah.
So that is why it's giving you that error. You don't have any admin role. The reason why I can see a lot of features here is because I have global admin role. Let's say I have user admin role. Most of what you are seeing here, you will not see anything. All what you will just see is these users, and you might not even see everything that that is here. So just the role that is needed to manage users is what you have. But if you are just a user without any role, then you can't access the admin center. That's why I mentioned from the beginning that all what we'll be talking about here majorly is about admins, not about the end users, what is expected as admin. So as I said again, those that don't have tenants, please reach out to those that have. Don't assume you know it. Don't assume you know it. So there are, let me say, 4 ways that I can remember in my head to create users in Office 365. 4 ways. One is what we have in our front. Who can tell us others? There are 4 ways to create users in Microsoft 365.
PowerShell.
PowerShell
And
2,
okay, enter ID.
3,
Okay.
then one more.
Microsoft Admin Center.
We are in the admin center already. Admin center is 1. PowerShell is 2. Enter ID is 3.
Directory.
Okay, direct. What about direct? Creating the
Active
user.
Directory. Active Directory is almost the same thing with Enter ID, because Active Directory will sync it to Enter ID, then Enter ID syncs it to Microsoft 365. So there's still one more way. CSV.
Yes.
CSV is
Multiple
either,
users.
yes, it's still from Admin Center or PowerShell.
CMD.
CMD. My brother, I don't know that one. No.
You can also create from Exchange. Right?
Exchange.
Yeah.
Exchange, but the kind of users you can create from Exchange varies. It actually varies. Thank you, Miracle. So you can actually create from Exchange also. So the number one thing we'll be doing tonight is to create all these users and see how everything works. So we are not going to do PowerShell yet, because after everything is said and done, we still go to PowerShell itself, scripting to do 1 or 2 things. It will be PowerShell only. But for now, let's just deal with Microsoft 365 because of our time, so that we can move, if possible, we can move to Azure. So at the top here, you can see we have add users, users templates, add multiple users. We have add users, users templates, add multiple users. So depending on the screen you are using, if you come to this place, you see that there are other options also aside from what we have here. And we have 2 views. We have 2 views. I think I've talked about it before. We have 2 views here. So you can see other option: delete, refresh, reset password, export user, change view, directory synchronization, team setup. So if I look at view, say we have normal view and we have compact view. If I click on compact view, this is compact view, and this is normal view. So let me just pick it one after the other, what we have here. Then I can now explain, come back to creating our user, both multiple users template. So we have, as I said earlier, when it comes to users, we have the internal users. So this place that we have the active users, it is for creating internal users. The other one is for creating contacts, guest users. So contacts, we all know what contact is. I want to add everybody in ABC of Cloud. I want to have their personal emails. So, and I want to create probably a DL. Once I send email to that DL, it should go to everybody personal email. So I can create that as contact. They call it mail contact. So, and I can create guest users. If you remember when we were talking about our users, so under the users, we have our partners, we have our customers, we have our vendors, we have our consultants. They have their own organization email that they use already. but you want them to access some files, you want them to access some workload, you want them to access some application in your organization. So those users, we create them as guest users. Guest users. I will still show you how a guest user actually look like. Simeon, I can see your hand up.
Thank you very much, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All my own tenants by myself now. It do not show us how we are going to create our own personal tenants, because it's easier for somebody, it's easier for me to have my own tenants and say, okay, I want to give somebody a user so that is going to have his own tenants, give him his role. But let's say I don't have, and I don't want people to add me to my own tenants. How can I create my own personal tenant?
You want to create your own personal tenant? Fine question. So let's go to, I'm not sure I have any card that we can use, but let me try. This is 5 business trial. Yep. There is a document that I'm looking for. The document has the Microsoft 365 adverts. It just tell you to go there directly. It has the business. Yeah, I think this is it. To tell you to buy. Let's do business basic for free. So the first thing you always do is you can get the Microsoft 365 documents where you have the licenses that you want to purchase. Under it, you can see we have business, we have home. This is home, and we have the enterprise. We have the enterprise as well. So this is the enterprise. We are still going to talk about licenses, but for now, I will just do business basic. So let me say business basic is $6. Then trial. Hopefully it will not sign into this my account automatically. So this is how it looks like. We want to do a business basic trial. Is it picking my account? I think it picks my account. It picks this admin account that I'm signing currently. And let's look for another browser. Let me see, I should have other browsers.
What do we now have? We have 40, and we have 8. And 8 will give us what?
So this is how it looks like. So they will ask you, how many people do you have in your organization? Let me drop this in Teams because I know some people still have issues getting it. Where is my Teams? Ha, what is happening to my Teams? Sign up link. So I've posted it in the group. So yeah, how many people do you have? How many people do you have on the call today? How many are we on the call? 20, what is this?
27. 27.
27. So we are 27 in our organization. Year of subscription, yearly. Pay yearly. So we want to pay for 27 people yearly. Look at the price. Interesting. Okay, next. Email. So this is your personal email though. And please don't just type anyhow email and continue. If your account, your global admin account sign out, my brother, on your own, no, if you want to reset your password. What is happening? Okay, then continue. Okay, so this is my email. It's telling me this is my order. This is the amount I'm paying. Not, can you see this side? This is where a lot of people get it wrong. Well, I said we are still coming to billing though. So we are still coming to billing. First name, last name, company name. Plenty form to fill. First name. Let me see. Who is now on this call? I've forgotten Tara's full name now.
It's Kemi. Deura.
Teura. Tara. My name is Tara Deura. Surname. Which one should be surname? God. Surname. TD.
Kemi. That's Kemi. The one that will
TD.
remember. TD.
What is the name of our organization? Ini Speaks. Or is it not that Ini that speaks just now?
Lovina
speaks.
speaks.
Is Lovina? Okay. Lovina speaks. Company size. We are more than 1,000. Phone number. Three 7030 71744. Job title. IT manager. Line 17 in Nioluwa Johnson. Sorry, I don't know what happened to my screen. Nioluwa Johnson Avenue. Town. Which Tush town do you have? Let's find Tush town. Victoria Island. Before we go and write Okokomaiko. Passcode. It's just a passcode I know. I think 010234 or something like that. State. Lagos. Region Nigeria. Does your company have a website? No. Next. What are you telling me that you can't validate my address? Are you telling me Nolua Jones is not a valid address? Use this address. Okay. So after creating it, there is what we call on Microsoft domain. On Microsoft domain. Mr. Jarvis, you are making noise. So there's something we call on Microsoft domain. So the on Microsoft domain is assigned to you automatically when you are setting up your tenants. It is always your company name dot on Microsoft.com. If your company name have been taken, some suffix will be added to it. It can be Lovina Speaks, 234 578, or any number can be in the front dot on Microsoft.com, which is always created automatically as the global admin of the tenant. Global admin of the tenant. So if you see what you have here now, the username you can see is the first name and what we call the surname. If you remember, we use TD as the surname, so I can say no, I only want Tara. Then, is this our company name? If yes, then else. So our admin name, global admin name will be Tara at lovinaspeaks.onmicrosoft.com. Then our password, let me see, which password can I use? Which password? Who else again? Benga at 123. Then Benga at 123. I can see some hands are up. Please, starting from Simeon, please speak.
I can hear you, sir.
Your hand is up now.
So that was then.
Okay. Any?
Yeah, I wanted to ask, can someone use the developer's tenant? I know that there's going to be limitation because
Now
you can't actually.
they don't give out developer tenants again. Even some that has it, they are revoking their this thing already.
Access. Okay,
Yeah.
thank
So
you.
that's why I'm not even suggesting developer tenants.
All right.
Okay, Kwasim. Kwasim, your hand is up. Okay. Maybe he's not here. So I forgot to also mention that this guy here, once you create it, it cannot be deleted. This domain, this default domain, you can't delete it once you create it. And a lot of workload will use this domain.
Hello, can you hear me?
So yes, we can hear you now.
So my question is, at the time of creating your tenants, you choose the number of the people in your organization. So
Yes.
subsequently, the users increases. So how will you add up? How will you add up? Like getting them licenses. How will you add up?
Okay, we still get there, my brother. We get there.
Guys,
By the time we
thank
start discussing licenses, we'll talk about it.
okay, thank you.
So we are using Lovina Speaks on Microsoft.com, Tara at Lovina Speaks. Hopefully, I will remember the username and the password.
Sorry, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, you said we can't change the dot on Microsoft.com. What if I don't want to use that default domain and I want to add
No,
my
no,
own
no,
domain?
no, no, no. You can add your custom domain, but you can't delete it. You know, there are some users, they will tell you, some organization, they will say, no, they don't want this on Microsoft domain again. They want to delete it because there are some workload. There are some workload that will request, that will use um, that on Microsoft as a redirecting URL. At times, even if you go to SharePoint by default, this is the URL you'll be seeing, or OneDrive, you still be seeing this on Microsoft URL until you change it to your domain, custom domain. I think there's a PowerShell that you can use to do that. But there are some other workloads in Azure that will still carry this lovinaspeaks.onmicrosoft.com. So those organizations, once they see it, they probably someone else bought the company and they've renamed the company. They want the company to use new on Microsoft domain or that, or some while they are trying to create the account, they made mistakes. Probably they did not spell it well, or along the line something just happened and they want to change it. So they will not be able to change it. So that person I was telling the other time, this is where we used to have most issues. But let me try. Just give me a moment. Let me look for my dollar card. Hopefully it works. Or wait, where is my Naira card? I have one Naira card that has expired in case people like Benga or Idris wants to steal my money. And we have it recorded also. In case you people wants to steal my money, you'll not be able to steal it. Let me use my expired card.
Boss, please, I want to say something. I thought because from the from the training I had today, the instructor was telling us that when we get to this point that we can still log in. Is that possible?
You can still log in. How?
Yes.
I can skip.
You can log. Yeah, no, not skip. That you just open a new tab and sign in with the username and password. And the password
Okay.
the admin password is created.
Okay. Let's give it
If
a
you don't
try.
want to
I've
add
not tried
your
that. I've not tried it before, so let's give it a try.
okay.
To work, actually.
It will work. Wow.
Yeah.
I've not tried it before. Username is Tara at Ovina 6 dot on Microsoft.com. Password is Benga at 123. Password is incorrect. Took us back. Tara. Maybe it's because of Tara name that is there. Why is it added to my system? I don't want it on my system. Wow.
I think you're having double dots.
Double dots where? Yeah.
.com.
Thank you. Contact your administrator. We are the administrator. What are you telling us? Why is it taking us back? Can somebody try from their end? I believe everybody knows the password. You can try from your end. Let's see. Maybe there's a card somewhere on my end. Tara at lovinaspeaks.onmicrosoft.com. Yes. Benga at 123. Interesting. After the authentication, it's taking us back. So can somebody try? Do you have someone that is trying from their end? Do you have anybody?
Therapist, what's the username? Is there no D there?
Where?
The email.
The name is Tara at Lovina Speaks dot on Microsoft.com.
How about the password, please?
Benga, capital G, Benga at 123. Or is it Mr. Benga that caused it? That's why we can't sign. Shouldn't have used Benga.
No,
At
not
one,
me.
two, three.
At 123, yes.
Okay. Give it a try.
Should have used maybe Ayodeji, Joanne, or probably Miracle. Miracle would have happened. Microsoft would have just given us automatically without even paying. I getting the same thing, anyway.
I'm just trying to log in now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting the same thing.
So those people that told us it's not working, you miss anything?
No, sir, no, sir. We are also having the same challenge then. So we thought maybe it's from them, maybe network. So
Microsoft is blocking all those ways. Yeah. Everything is compulsory. Wait, I think I have one GT account that I don't have money. I don't use. Let me go and bring it. Is this it? Yes, I think I have it. Autocomplete. To expire, I think 5th, 2027. But the card is bad. If you want
This
to
card
take
number is still working, right?
this card number, yes.
Nice.
But the card is bad and there's no money in that account. In case you want to steal, you can go ahead. You can take a screenshot too for those that want to steal from the account. Are you done taking your screenshot? Please let me know so I can proceed.
Yes.
Nobody they talk. Oh, okay, thank you, Ine. I think successfully created our account. Why are we getting this? We couldn't find. Use this address. Use the address.
Sorry, Mr. Jide.
Yes, boss.
Can we also use the card to open our own trial?
But why? But why? Check security code. Can you say I don't even know this number again? Is it one? Not sure. Kind of very old card like this. It got spoiled at a point, so I have to get another card. Who is this? Okay. Start trial. With that person that is asking, I'm not sure you can use one card for multiple tenants. It won't accept it to bring up error. Okay, I think we are done here. What is wrong again? I think we should have option to skip this guy. But did I miss something? I believe we all know how to set up our authenticator app. Finally, our tenant is here. Ini, can you try signing in now?
Okay, trying it now.
Yeah?
Trying it now.
I try signing. If you ask for code, let me know. Or if it pop up code from your end, let me know the code so I can enter it.
Okay.
So we've created our tenants. Let me see billings, your products.
Did you ask me for code?
It's asking for code.
No.
You just sign in directly.
Yes.
And then that's fine then. So for that person that was asking, so we've been able to set up our tenants. So we did a trial license, business basic trial license. Active users. So I think we'll use this tenant for what we love to do. So so far so good. Let me do a recap again, especially for those that joined late. We've talked about what is Microsoft 365, talk about the differences between Office 365 and Microsoft 365. We've talked about identities, types of identities, that is human identities, workload identities, and device identities. So what we are doing, we are only picking the human identity, which is what take us to where we are currently. When we are about to create user, somebody suggested we should create our own tenants. Should walk you through on how to create Microsoft 365 tenants, which we just did. And I dropped the link for that subscription part in our group. You can click on it, just do a trial license. So if you have a card, master's card, I think they accept what is it called now, dev card, I'm not too sure. So you can try it from your end. However, don't forget, especially if you have that money in that, if you have money in that account, don't forget to cancel the subscription. Don't forget to cancel the subscription, or you can extend your trial by 90 days. If you don't cancel your subscription and they go ahead to deduct your money from your card, don't come back and say I did not inform you ahead. Cancel the recurring billing, then cancel the subscription. We might still
Oh,
do that.
so sorry. I'm sorry for
You can,
cutting. Okay. Please, I want to ask, can you show us how to extend at least to 90 days?
the trial license. I think from billing your
Yes.
products. Can't really remember now. Your products, click on the license. Used to be somewhere. Okay, see. Can you see it here? The person that asked question, can you see
Okay,
it?
okay, boss. Okay, yes.
So you can extend it up to 90 days. 90 days is the maximum you can do. So remember to edit the recurring billing, tune it off, and cancel subscription. Else, the money will be deducted. That small money you are keeping will be deducted. Don't forget, they will do like Netflix. When you have your last card in your account, they will just remove subscription. Pew. Your thief here to work the following day. Gone. So let's proceed. I will assume there is no any other question.
I do.
Eh,
For the
Can
extension,
can you help us
the,
with the okay?
Ini, can
for
go
the
ahead.
For the extension, is there a requirement for extending the trial?
There is no requirement. There is no any requirement. If you don't have it currently at your end, you can always raise support tickets that they should help you to extend your trial, but you can always extend it from your end. There's no any
Okay.
requirements. Okay, so Mr. Idris, you can speak.
Please, sir, can you help us with the link to
Which link again?
to to the trial to subscribe for the
I
trial?
drop it in the group. Check the Microsoft 365 where we are having this meeting. Sign up
Okay, sir.
link, and I drop the URL there. Let me drop it in the general group also. WhatsApp on this system is not working. I don't use the system for WhatsApp. I posted it in the general group also. I posted twice. The general group. Ini, you're saying something?
No,
Ini,
not at all. No,
I saw something, a message, a chat.
no, I was replying to someone's message.
Oh, sorry. I just saw the pop-up. That's what I'm asking. So I think we are good to proceed now. So we've mentioned that we have 4 ways that we can create users. We can create from the admin center. We can use PowerShell. We can create from the Entra admin center, and we can create from the Exchange admin center. So the number one thing will be creating, since it's our trial tenants, we can create a lot of people. Those that don't have tenants, who are those people that said they don't have tenants? Everybody can create a tenant now. What is the time? It is 8:20. Let me
We
give us
don't
10.
have a bad card. Can we use your card?
Why will you use my card? That card is not working. That's why I'm giving it out to everybody. That card has issues. That's why I use it openly on the internet. It's blocked already. And you can't use one card for 2 tenants, from what I know. Just use it. Once you are done, you cancel your current billing, then cancel the subscription so you don't get billed. So let's try create our own tenant too from our end. For those that have their PC, you can also try it on your mobile if it works. So let's do that for 10 minutes. Once it's 8:30, then we continue. If you have any challenges, you have, yes, it is Naira card. It's GT Bank Naira card that I used for
But
those that are
can we
asking.
use can we use the one for business trial? Standard. I mean standard.
Yeah, you can choose anything. You can choose any of them that you want. But I don't think business premium has trial. Stop sharing. Teams. Recording. We don't have pause.
I want to ask a question.
You can go ahead and ask,
If you
please.
create a trial account then and it's got elapsed, will you still create another one next time?
If that is after 90 days.
Yes, and it has elapsed because you are using one name. If you want to create another one, you have to change name and account support. If you want to
Okay,
keep on
so
creating trial account.
you want to keep stressing yourself, oh, though that is fine. So this is what you can do. You can do a trial license like the one we did just now for business basic. You can extend it to 90 days. So once it's around maybe like 85 days, you go and cancel that trial. Then you can go for another trial again. You can go and do business standard trial. That is another 90 days. Then you can go for E3 trial, another 90 days. You shall we try before you know 1 year don't complete with the tenant. Then you can cancel that license, create a new tenant if Microsoft have not flagged your card completely or use another card.
Okay.
That is Lovina,
Yes.
businesswoman. Spend this money, businesswoman. Spend this money. Those that are creating trial tenants, we are waiting for you. I wanted to pause the recording, but I'm not seeing option to pause. I'm seeing an option to end. Let me stop it. Then we'll continue when we start. So that those that want to watch it, they will not be watching all these parts that has nothing to do.